We're lucky enough to be joined by Brian Johnson, the man behind the pencil of this beautiful golf club. Brian, how special is it to be back here on an amazing occasion like this?
Oh, I love this place, and particularly love being by the creek, and yeah, anytime you ask me to come to the Creek Golf Club, I'll come for sure.
Can you take us back a few years? Obviously this opened up in 1993. How was the journey to get to that stage?
So this site, when it was clear that it was actually by the creek, was absolutely wonderful, because then I could think of something that was on the same lines as the Emirates Golf Club, but which was all special to the sea. So the idea of the dhow sort of going along in the full blown and so on was very important. But then I thought, well, the trouble with that is that you've got things like, I don't know, Sydney Opera House, for instance, you know.
Yeah.
So it had to be completely different from Sydney Opera House. And what really annoys me is when people draw it, they draw that edge as a curve. It's not. It's as flat as a ruler. It really is. It's almost like an optical illusion that makes it look curved to some people.
And you obviously arrived not long ago. Did you get asked for identification coming in, or did you get through security easy enough?
I just smiled sweetly and walked in.
So now there's a rumour you've got a certain business card that we need to look at. Can you run us through that story?
You know, very kindly, the government of Dubai, or the currency board, I guess it must have been, decided they needed a 20 dirham note, which there hadn't been before. And they decided to put a picture of the Creek Golf Club on it. I think I've usually got one on me, so I'll just check it. So here we are. So it's got the the Creek Golf Club on one side and a real dhow on the other side. So
thank you.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Off you go. This is a photocopy.
Well, it must be, it must be a pretty, I guess, a very unique opportunity, an amazing feeling to have your building on a note. Is that the only note in the world that has a golf club on it?
I suspect it's the only one with a golf club on it. Yeah, I mean there are lots of buildings on. In fact, the 100 dirham note's got the trade centre on it, but and other buildings. But I guess it's probably the only golf club to be included.
And so that's your only business card you use these days, I'd imagine.
That's right. I'm skinned accordingly. So
to be standing here and looking back at some of your magical work, it must be a proud moment to have the Asia Pacific Amateur Championship.
No, it's a great championship. Obviously, we've had one or two of the Desert Classics have been here over the years, but something as important as this is great, really good.